Mm, Okay, good morning. It's Good Morning Bad Movie, and I'm here. It's my name, Good Morning Bad Movie. Uh, I don't know. uh, Fuck. Last night I watched something called um, Al- Alien Arsenal, and it is a remake, apparently, of the 1978 movie Laser Blast that Charles Band produced. So now we know Charles Band, one of the more unenjoyable B movie producers, I'd say. He doesn't have the charm of Roger Corman. His stuff is. The fucking Puppet Master movies are awful. Like, unenjoyably so. If you haven't seen those, don't bother. They look like they'd be fun. Little puppets. I'm like, oh no, they're bad. They're evil, but they're like just dumb, stupid. So don't, don't. But um, the anyway, shit. Okay, so you might know Laser Blast from Mystery Science Theater. It was the last episode that was on the comedies channel before it swapped over to Sci-Fi. It was the last episode for that. Anyway, it's a loose thing because if I remember Laser Blast right, it didn't take place in a high school, but Alien Arsenal does, and it's about these two dweebs, and by dweebs I mean the boy was like a nerd, and and then the girl, the other friend was a girl, and she was like a tomboy. But I don't think tomboy makes you like a dweeb or a nerd or just I don't think you fall into that like clique necessarily. Like you could, but just that whole thing. I don't know. It was pretty dumb. The whole thing. You're gonna hear me say dumb a lot because it was fucking dumb. Anyway, okay, so the two kids, they one's named Ralph. Okay, my grandfather's name. His name a kid has. And then the other one, the girl's name was Baxter. And another man's name. I guess she was a tomboy, so maybe it's the thing. Anyway, it's Ralph and Baxter. The movie fucking starts with the God with with Ralph being chased by a bunch of jerk kids in a sports car. He's driving a station wagon, and it's this high speed chase, and it's just shot so annoyingly. Like the jerk kids, the preps, the jocks, whatever they were like howling like wolves and shit. It was absolutely, and it was just loud and obnoxious. Anyway, they chase him for no reason. They literally, like, they must have seen him on the road and went, "We don't like that kid," and they just started chasing him. And then they eventually, after a chase through the school on foot, they like catch him and they just tell him off, like for about nothing, but they just fucking tell him off. It's stupid. Um, and whatever. So they're at school, they're at high school, and Ralph and Baxter have their first class, and this is where I started seeing like, oh, is the school just filled with smoke? Because every shot seemed to have this smoky, foggy look to it, and it turns out like almost every door someone walks through, you see like smoke there, or like maybe they had shot some shots. Like eventually, these kids are wearing like these space outfits. It's for maybe effect for no reason, but for effect, they wanted them to like walk through a door and have smoke there. Maybe they just piped a bunch of smoke in, a la Paul Ice Brooks style, and like did it, but like it just stayed. It was just every fucking room had smoke in it, and it was just dumb. But they go to their second period class, which is manual labor 101 or something. It's a manual labor class. And so they have to go to the basement and dig, is what the class is. This is the. This is the. That's not a fucking thing. How is. Ugh. It was. Everything was. I don't understand what you do. Who writes a script? I mean, I guess it was dumb. It's like a made-for-TV remake of a Dumber movie. Nah, I don't know if they're not the original Dumber, to be honest. But it's a made-for-TV thing. And it's for kids, I guess. But... Anyway, there's a manual labor class where they go to a basement and dig. And eventually, whatever, stuff happens, and they find like this cache, this little secret compartment of an alien arsenal. They keep calling it the Arsenal. And yeah, it's just full of just absolute garbage. Some jock kid finds like one of the guns at some point and like points it at Baxter, and he's like, he's like joking around, like he doesn't know what it is, and she's like scared because she's like, it's real, he's gonna shoot me, and so he's holding the gun, and then he eventually does pull the trigger on her, but it shoots out the back for no reason. Like the gun is shaped like a gun. Like, it would look uncomfortable to be held backwards. It doesn't make sense. The whole point, plus that means the trigger was... Anyway, it shoots him, and he holds the trigger for like 30 seconds on himself for some reason. His beam laser goes is really bad. The CGI in this is god-awful. And it like is going at him, and he's like, ah! and then like this giant swirly thing happens, and it is the most, how to describe it? It's just superimposed on top of the whole screen. Though they do describe it as being behind the people and they fall through a portal, but it's just over the whole fucking thing. Like if this was happening right in front of me, you'd be like, that's not behind you, but guess what? It fucking is, apparently. That's how it goes. A Charles Band fucking movie. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's absolutely fucking stupid. They have gloves. They find some gloves. You put on a pair of gloves and suddenly like an outfit appears on you, and it just looks like RoboCop was made out of like sporting equipment and then spray painted gray or silver. Like it literally just looks like that. It 100% looks like someone was like, let's see if we can make a RoboCop costume. And if you saw someone do that, you'd be like, well, that's pretty alright. Except this is a fucking movie that's supposed to be A, original, and B, fuck off. Oh, yeah. Okay, so then there's the new kids that show up. And the new kids are, like, they wear all black. They look like the nihilists in The Big Lebowski. They're all wearing black, and they have bleach blonde hair, and they're always wearing dark sunglasses. And there's three of them, and they all walk together in unison, left, right, very much like that. And, oh, and then, yeah, so they're the new kids that just showed up at one point, right, like in the middle of whatever day. Maybe it's the next day. Either way, there's new kids. And somehow, everyone knows what classes they have. Everyone knows their schedule. I don't know what kid knows any other kid's schedule, let alone the first day that the new kid comes to school. But they know, every other kid knows it. It's fucking... The writing doesn't exist in this movie. And so, this is 10 minutes. This is too long, guys. I want to try to sleep more before I have to work. Uh, um, there's so much bad in this. I would have had fun drinking though. Like if this was a drinking movie game, it would have been all right. So it was at least potentially enjoyably bad, I guess. There's a lot of questioning what the fuck's going on, but yeah. Anyway, the new kids. The new kids are aliens. The aliens are coming down to get their arsenal back, but the arsenal is fucking literally like 3 guns and a couple pairs of gloves. Oh, and an apocalypse device. But they're all mad about their like couple guns missing, but it doesn't make sense. And why is there an apocalypse device in a high school basement? Who fucking knows? It doesn't make any sense. And there's like some speculation that the nerd fucking Ralph has about like maybe it was the Mayans that left it there, because the Mayans were in fucking Los Angeles, California at any point ever. Like, go fuck yourself, Ralph. Anyway, shit happens. They try to get it back. They hire some... Oh no! They keep sending kids to an alternate dimension and they don't fucking care. There's this whole moral argument about the first kid that shoots... The gun shoots backwards and he like falls through this whole thing. And then like she's kind of worried about it. No, she's not worried about it. And Ralph's like, dude, someone just got murdered. And she's like, nah, it was like a hole. I think it's a different dimension. And then they're both... Oh, so he's not dead. It wasn't murder. Fine. But he doesn't know. It's maybe worse. Like, fucking. Because it has to be worse. Because at some point the portal opens up. And you can hear that first kid screaming. And it's not screaming like, hey, let me out of here. Like he's trapped. Which if he was, that'd be terrible too. Because what about food, water, and everything else? But he's not trapped. He's screaming in, like, terror. Like, I don't even fucking know. And a bunch of people get sent into this other dimension. But they are morally fine with it because they didn't quote unquote murder someone. So this is teaching kids a lot of good stuff, like really good morals. That's teaching these kids. You know, as long as you don't kill someone, it's fine. So, alright. That's what I'm gonna live by from now on. So you fuckers better watch out. Okay, anyway, it comes down to the apocalypse stuff. They have to fight the aliens. They fight this is one of the lost jock kids. The new kids / aliens, like, get to team up with them. They trick him because he's dumb. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, there's, like, a weird, almost rape scene that happens. That thankfully, like, the nerd Ralph kid gets to stop with his RoboCop ripoff suit. But it's, like... It's real creepy. And so they send that kid back into a portal thing, which I think was fine. That kid was a fucking real creep. Real creep. It was uncomfortable on the screen. And it didn't make any sense in the context of the rest of the film. Because the rest of the film was pretty lighthearted. But then there's this scene of just like... What does he say? He's like... He almost says the words, I'm just going to rape you. Like, he almost says those words. And the girl's like, no, stop, you're scaring me, please. Like, she's very scared. And it doesn't make any sense in the tonality of the film. I'll block that little sun for you. I guess I can turn like this. Okay, anyway. Fuck this movie. Fuck Charles Band. Fuck... It was just fuck all of this. It was awful. And I'm going to go back to sleep. This has been like 15 minutes, and I'm sorry that you guys had to watch all of this. And I know you had to, because when you started, you have to watch it. This is how it goes with Good Morning Bad Movie. I'm sorry about that feature that I installed. Burped. That was weird. Oh, I had questions. What were the questions? Fuck. Sorry, guys. I don't remember the questions. I'll look them up. I know I had 1 or 2 questions. I know Tom viewer Tom has had a couple suggestions, and Tom, I did start watching Father's Day, but not the one that you suggested with Billy Crystal and Robin Williams. I actually watched someone that Troma produced. Like they didn't make Troma didn't make it, but they produced it. You know, the little distro stuff or whatever. They did that, and it's awful. I fell asleep halfway through, so I gotta get the balls back to like rewatch it. It's really fucking dumb. I don't know. I want to watch the Billy Crystal one. I just don't have stars, so I gotta find a different copy of it. Anyway, people, I love all of you. Have a good day. Fight the good fight. Don't kill anyone, and there's other bad stuff too, so don't do that bad stuff too. Alright, I'm going back to sleep. Bye.